Thanks for joining me on the most comprehensive budget mini PC review roundup anywhere on the World Wide Web. This list is comprised of the best units from 32 budget mini PCs I personally tested and compared over almost a 2-year period. Yep, hundreds of hours of work. Anyway, this year instead of a top 5, I'm placing the winners into categories and awarding the most deserving mini under $250 in each. Prices are current as of this video, but can change due to sales and coupon availability. Just a friendly reminder that a large portion of my income comes from affiliate sales, which allows me to keep this independent mini PC review channel going. So, if you are planning to buy a mini or anything else on Amazon, I would very much appreciate it if you use my affiliate links in the video description. I've also got international links down there where possible. Thank you very much for your support. You'll also find the link to the full review for each winner in the video description if you want the in-depth evaluation. Okay then, the best budget mini PC list is coming up right after this message. The EaseUS disk copy software makes upgrading your storage drives faster and easier. Clone drives or migrate Windows installations to new ones with a simple and easy to use interface. This app supports disk, system, and even partition cloning. Find out more with the link in the video description. You know, it's pretty amazing how far technology and affordability has come that we have a budget fanless mini that's this good. Say hello to the Minix Z100 0DB. By far the best silent mini I've tested. It features a metal case that acts like a giant heatsink, allowing you to enjoy complete silent computing. It comes in at under $250 for the 512GB storage, 16GB memory model, and has a nice set of ports to go with it. My only complaint is the lack of a full-featured USB-C port for power delivery and display. Performance out of the box with the Intel N100 is very good, but you can push it further with some BIOS tweaks mentioned in my review, which draws more power and does make it run hotter. Not really recommended unless you know what you're doing. I could go on about how great this mini is and how it sets a new bar for fanless budget mini PCs, but instead, I'll award it the best silent mini PC. And that's not all. The Minix Z100 0DB also has the best Wi-Fi and Bluetooth coverage thanks to its external antennas. Wi-Fi 6 and 2.5 gigabit LAN is included to round off a great package. So, let me just award it again. This time for the best wireless coverage. Well done, Minix. The Z100 0DB is an impressive mini PC. When it comes to mini PCs, you often get what you pay for. But sometimes you just want the absolute cheapest mini out there that isn't crap, and in that case, this category is exactly what you're looking for. The Best Value Award goes to the cheapest mini PC that won't leave you with buyer's remorse. Introducing the GMKTech G3, a simple small plastic box with Intel's N100 CPU. It has decent performance out of the box, fan noise that isn't too loud, and reasonable temps. It comes in at $135 for the 256GB storage, 8GB memory model. No fancy ports on this one, but it does have Wi-Fi 6 and 2.5GB LAN, which is a nice surprise for this budget end. You can also improve performance with some BIOS tweaks found in the review. I recommend at least enabling C states. There's an extra M.2 2242 SATA slot for an additional storage drive, although I'm assuming if you just want value, you'll use it as is. There's no USB-C and there's some fan ramping, but the GMKTech G3 is decent, cheap, and does the job. So when it comes to the value option, it manages to beat the rest. Nice one, GMKTech. A question I'm often asked is, what is the best performing budget mini PC under $250? And I only have one answer. The Beelink Surf Vibe 5560U. A regular in my top mini PCs list for good reason. It's far more powerful than Intel's N100 processors, yet still manages to come in at $239. For that, you'll get 500GB of storage and 16GB of memory. The 6-core AMD Ryzen 5560U has far better CPU and graphics performance while still being power efficient and quiet. This one will easily handle games like Roblox, Minecraft, and can emulate most of the Wii U library without any issues, and even some PS3 games. That's compared to just PS2, GameCube, and Wii for the N100. It's also a good looking box with a decent budget port selection, and build quality is sound for the dollars. The SoFi 5560U even has space for an additional 2.5-inch storage drive. If raw performance under 250 is the goal, and you want something that also provides great bang for buck, then Beelink's SoFi 5560U takes the crown. Congrats, Beelink! Next up is the Best Cooling Award, which goes to the Geekom Mini Air 12. This mini PC has great performance, very low fan noise, and the lowest maximum CPU temperature recorded with Intel's N100 CPU. Out of all the Intel mini PCs, this one is the closest to what I personally want. So, what's the catch? Well, it's not cheap. But Geekom has provided me with a 5% off coupon, which I've added to the video description, and brings it down to around $237 for the 512GB storage, 16GB memory combo. For the money, you get a 3-year warranty, and that alone represents value for money when most minis only come in at 1 year. Other cool features found on the Mini Air 12 include a full-sized SD card reader, 2 USB-C ports, with the one on the rear supporting power and display, and there's even a mini DisplayPort, which is rare to find on minis these days. There's no BIOS tweaking needed out of the box with this one. Just plug and play and enjoy a very well made mini PC which surpasses the Intel NUC Essential in many ways. There aren't any extra storage options available, and the case is plastic instead of metal, which would be my preference, but it's still one of my favorite budget mini PCs. And of course, its combination of cooling and low fan noise is unmatched. So, props to Geekom for taking the Best Cooling Award. The best tiny mini PC was a hard choice, as there were 3 really good options, including the Morfine M6S, Morfine M8S, and Blackfuse MP80. The Tinies are mini PCs that are much smaller than your average, approximately 4x4 inch box. These ones are so small they can fit in your pocket, or at least they did in mine. I ended up going with the mini PC that has a nice metal case, performs well, and is the quietest of the 3. Yep, the Morfine M8S is back in the top 5. For $190 you get a tiny mini PC with Intel's N100, 512GB of storage, and 16GB of memory. Noise levels are low, and CPU temperature was kept well in check. USB ports are lacking with only 3 available, and there's no further storage expansion either. But both of these drawbacks are a compromise you have to accept with these tiny options. Finally, it would have been nice if the USB-C port supported both power and display. Instead, it only supports powering the Mini. For those wanting something highly portable, the Morfine M8S comes highly recommended. Job well done to Morfine for taking out the Best Tiny Award. And there we have it, the 5 budget mini PC winners. That being said, it never ends of course. I have more budget mini PC reviews in the pipeline, and this is the first top list for 2024 to help you narrow down a potential candidate you might be interested in. Links are all down in the video description, and if you're looking for minis in the mid to high end range, up to $820, check out my top 5 mini PC list right here. Cheers!